I told everyone at my husband's funeral that I was glad he was dead. The pastor was halfway through his eulogy when I stood up, walked to the front, and turned to face 200 people dressed in black. "I'm glad he's gone," I said, "and I hope it hurt." My mother-in-law dropped her Bible and someone in the back gasped. I looked at his casket and felt nothing. The world is better without him in it. I walked down the aisle and out the front door. My mother-in-law showed up at my house that night with my husband's brother and sister. She slapped me across the face before I could say a word. "You evil witch," she said. "My son is dead and you don't even care." I didn't say anything. His brother grabbed my shirt and shoved me against the doorframe so hard my head cracked against the wood. "He should have left you years ago. Everyone told him you were trash and he defended you every single time. This is how you repay him?" His sister stepped over me when I fell. "I'm going to make sure your daughter knows exactly what kind of mother she has. I'm going to tell her every day until she hates you as much as we do. By the time I'm done, she'll wish you were the one in that casket." They filed a lawsuit the next week trying to take my house and my daughter. My own mother called and said she couldn't look at me. "I don't know what happened to you," she said, "but the daughter I raised obviously died a long time ago. Don't call this number again." Someone spray painted "murderer" across my garage door. A woman I'd never even met followed me through the grocery store screaming that I was a monster until security dragged her away. My boss called me into his office and said I was making the other employees uncomfortable. "People are saying you killed your husband," he said. "I don't care if it's true or not. I simply can't have you here anymore. I need you to clear out your desk by the end of the day." My daughter came home from school sobbing because her best friend's mother told her she wasn't allowed to see my daughter anymore. "She said our family is sick," my daughter cried. "She said she thinks you killed daddy and she doesn't want her daughter anywhere near a murderer's kid." She looked at me with swollen red eyes. "Why won't you just tell them what he really was?" I held her face in my hands. "Because then they'd know what he did to you. I will never let that happen." That night she sat on my bed and stared at her hands for a long time. "I keep thinking about that night," she finally said. "The night before he died, when I told you what he'd been doing to me." I nodded. "Then he was dead the next morning and I never understood why." She finally looked at me. "What happened after I went to sleep?" I took a breath. "I went to his office after you fell asleep and told him I knew everything. I told him I was calling the police in the morning and he was going to prison for what he did to you." My daughter's eyes went wide. "He got on his knees and begged me not to ruin his life. He was crying and saying it wasn't that bad and you'd get over it eventually." I felt my jaw tighten. I told him his life was already over. I told him he was going to spend the rest of it in a cell and everyone would know exactly what he was. I looked at her. "He was dead by sunrise because he was too much of a coward to face what was coming for him." My daughter was crying now. "So when you said those things at the funeral," I squeezed her hand, "I meant every word, but I can't tell them why. The second I explain why I'm glad he's dead, everyone knows what happened to you. You become the girl it happened to for the rest of your life." I wiped her tears gently. "You already carry what he did. You don't need to carry their stairs too. Let them hate me. You've already carried enough." My daughter is in therapy now and she's finally starting to heal. His family still hates me and I let them.